Good morning, mere people at 6:45 in the morning. Yep. Gotta wake up before all these clowns around here wake up to go take a shower to get hot water. So we're gonna call this my first little video for all my mere people since I've been here at Kissimmee. So we're gonna call this Let's Talk About It. Got a couple things we need to talk about. Alright. First of all, I'm going to introduce Liquid Death's Dr. Death. So they came out with 3 flavors. I don't know what fucking flavor this is. It's like a grape can. So it's supposed to be grape soda, but it's like grape water. 10 calories. So I'm not drinking soda in the morning, but it's good shit. I'm addicted to that. But don't drink the tea. It gives you headaches. Hint. Got some people out there been drinking that tea. Liquid Death tea, man. It's been fucking giving them migraines. So, shout out. So, all right. It's kind of hard to interact with people here because this is a huge, like, transition point for people to go in and out to Disney with their families. I don't think anyone gives a fuck about me. I've talked to a couple people. The staff here, they're really great. I was very impressed. I sat here yesterday and watched out the window when some people pulled away, and the staff just pulled in immediately and like covered the area where all the like the things went down on the RV, or you know, people had their stuff on the ground. Like they made that site within seconds look brand new. And here it's their first impression because, like, you're so close to Disney. So, shout out to the people here. That was amazing. Yeah, they really care about this place. So, even though I didn't get a concrete slab, I'm on stones. They definitely take care of this place. So, all right, let's talk about it. Let's talk about this idiot next to me here. So I won't go into it too much, but I have like these. Y'all remember when I was living in Harrisburg, I had those little lights outside that lit up, you know, during the holidays or year round. So I brought those with me, and people think they're like dog limit things, like, you know, where your dog can't go out. So I don't know why, because maybe they blink at red at night. I don't know, but they're supposed to change different colors. So. I don't know if it was my problem or not, but this guy next to me. So we have our own little space. You know, we have the RV and then we have the patio. So this guy has his RV and his patio, but he's got like this extended area where where it's like my electric, where I walk and shit. So I put my things on the ground, and they tell me like if somebody's messing with them, you know. So this guy fucking ran one over. Like, he just thinks the side of my RV is his driveway or something. And there's stones out in front where you can park and shit. So, here's my thing. If you're a handicap, or you weigh like 500 pounds or some shit, and I'm just saying this because you don't belong in an RV. Especially a small thing like he's living in over here, whatever they're living in, because, like, I put the whole puzzle piece together because, like, I'm like, why the fuck did this guy just run over my shit? So I didn't like get mad and run outside. I went outside and I picked up the broken thing and held it up as I walked by his vehicle, and I put it on the, like, there's like a thing where you plug in on your electric and stuff. So I put it on there to show him, like, I just trying to give him a psychic message. Hey, motherfucker, you just ran over my shit. So I didn't say anything to him, and then I went in and looked, and then I noticed, I guess it's his wife, because I damn sure know he wasn't the Uber driver, because it had to be her husband or something, because, like, their vehicle is parked out front now. But his wife was probably, like, the size of my mom used to be, like 300 plus pounds. And this guy didn't even have the fucking nerve to get out and help her, man. Fucking lazy piece of shit. So I watched her, like, get out. She couldn't get out forward, so she had, like, 2 walkers and shit trying to get out of the back. So I'm like, if you're handicapped, what the fuck are you living in something like that for? I mean, I understand some people, you know, but damn, dude, I mean, you married to her? What the fuck? Your brother and sister? Get the hell out and help the woman out of the vehicle. And then dude parked so far away that she struggled to walk. So I didn't get into the whole situation, but I understood, you know, why he probably ran my shit over now, because I guess his focus was her, but I don't know. I would have took it a different way if I was... Man, I'm sorry. I just woke up. But I had to vent. Okay. Let's talk about it. I went to Disney Springs last night. That was pretty cool. But there was a lot of rude fucking people there. So, I don't know the name of this cookie place. It was funny because like I was like, oh damn, there's no one there. And there's a lady standing there wearing, I don't know, she was dressed up in like, you know, my favorite pictures I show with the hooded figure. I'm like, what the fuck is that? So I walk up to these big ass doors, right? And they're like red, like the top of it's red. And I'm like, oh wow, cool. I was like, you must have a limit in there. And she's like, no, the line's back there. And I look back and all these people were looking at me like they're super mad. So that line had to go at least, damn man, 2 blocks for some fucking cookies. All right, we're going to pack the family up and go to Florida. And our first stop is going to be Disney Springs. And we're going to wait 5 hours in a line to get 6 cookies that cost $100. Man, I'm indigested this morning. What the fuck, dude? Okay. So, there was a lot of hot women there with their husbands. And I was just checking out the scene, that's all. And I got this thing, my first ever thing called a taco cone. That was $20. But that was well worth it. It was very good. And a soda, a regular soda costs $5. A bottled soda costs $5. Yep. So, then I walked around and looked at some of the stores. Was not impressed. Definitely family orientated place. So, then I went to the movies. I bought my ticket ahead and I went to go see Homestead. And I have been talking about this movie and I've been hearing the reviews. I've been hearing people saying that movie is what's going on in this world. Well, let me tell you what. They always hype everything up. And then when you go to see it, I don't know. So I want to hear your opinion on the people who've seen the movie Homestead. And we're going to talk about it here before I end my video. So I'm thinking, you know, as I watch stupid shit before the movie, you know, and then this nuclear symbol pops up on the screen. So I'm like, ooh, we're getting ready to get into this now. So, and I'm thinking, So they show these 2 immigrants or migrants or some shit out in a boat. And it doesn't show anything around them for a while, but like, it looked like they're fishing or something. And then they start speaking this weird language, I don't know. And the English comes in, you know, watch the bouncing ball. And they're talking about, are you going to do it? Are you going to do it? You know, and he's like, it's time. Guy goes downstairs inside this, like he grabs this weird case. Like it's all like a fishing boat. And a guy reaches underneath this thing and he pulls out this like briefcase. Like modern day briefcase, you know, like a steel briefcase. Hint, hint. Okay, New York drones, briefcase. Okay, you know what I'm talking about? So it kind of, I was putting the puzzle pieces together. So he goes down in the boat, and there's all this nuclear shit, symbols and all kinds of shit. And the dude's yelling at him, do it, do it, do it. And then as he's saying, do it, do it, do it, they zoom out, and they're on the coast of California. All right? So, and he hits the switch, and I'm thinking, oh, he's going to just, you know, suicide bomb himself, you know, but not what I thought. So he hits the switch and it detonates, you know, but it doesn't detonate until like a little later. So, and then they pan into like California. This dude's like in this building. He's freaking in a high rise talking to his wife on the phone. Kids are playing. Kind of reminds me of Fallout. It really does. And then there's this huge light in the sky, kind of like the light you see right now, the sunset in California. And like it's total devastation. Like just, it's like a biological or a nuclear, because I don't understand why it didn't like wipe out everybody. It just like was like a kind of like a gas or something. I don't know what it was, but people were reporting there was like a biological or something going on, and they, you know, I guess this guy knew some certain people, some like special operation guys or Navy guys, or I don't know what the fuck. All I know is that this guy had like a whole entourage of Navy SEAL guys that like were his friends. So they just loaded everybody up in the car, man, the whole family and shit, and they're riding out in the black Suburban and shit. You know, this dude, and it's funny because like in the movie Fallout, the husband was white and the wife was black. And in Homestead, the husband was white and the wife was black. So I was like, wow. So he's on the phone. He's like, look, we're going to this place called Homestead. So Homestead is not the name of a movie. Homestead is the name of like a place, like a compound where you go and like he's got friends, you know. And it's funny because when they pull up to the compound, if you have seen the movie Fallout, do you remember the cowboy, who that dude was? Well, in Homestead, the rancher guy, he's the cowboy. The same dude, like the same guy. And he's wearing the cowboy hat, just like in Fallout. I'm like, what the fuck, dude? Like, there's got to be like a connection to this. So, and I'm thinking, Homestead is in Colorado. And if you see these, like, you know, these videos of like total detonation and how far it goes and shit, because like I don't know how far California is from Colorado. I'm not subject matter expert, but I know it's gotta be within 500 miles. And when you see total detonation and how far that shit spreads, and poison and all that, so I guess they got out of there. They went to Homestead, and long story short, these special forces guys or Navy guys, they set up like a compound, and the people that were in that compound like were all friends and family and shit like that. And man, they even had their kids doing this shit, man. And like then there's a little romantic story between the two young the teenagers. They were 17. I didn't understand that whole thing, but and and like they held like the people, like they said that people were going to start coming from everywhere. And I don't understand why, because I guess as you learn in the movie, Texas and California become a republic, a California republic, just like in Fallout. In the movie, they go underground and there's a flag of the California Republic of Texas or some shit. And I'm like, is this like in your face? Is this going to actually happen? I mean, why do they make movies like this? This is the second movie now that they made where California and Texas come together as a republic. And then, like, all these other states, they're all, like, against that shit. And there's, like, chaos everywhere. So all these people are lined up and, like, starving and shit outside Homestead. There's these gates. And I'm not understanding what the hell's going on, because, like, it's almost like survival. Like, we're in here and you're out there, and you know. But I guess eventually they come to terms and stuff like that. But then it turns into like a farming movie, like all about raising crops and, you know, survival, potatoes and freaking wheat and grain. And I was like, what happened to the people in California that were all fucked up? You know? Like, what is going on in California? Like, you got total detonation in California, but now we're in Colorado, and the world's at fucking chaos. Like, what is going on here? So, I would say shout out to this new company called Angel, who does movies and stuff. They got some really good movies coming out, I've seen. But I'm not going to waste my money no more and go to a fucking movie anymore. I'm just gonna wait till the shit comes out on TV or on Netflix or something since I have it. But like, I just thought I would get out and go see this movie that everybody's talking about. Hell, I should have went to go see Moana 2. That was a dine-in where they serve you food and shit when you eat. So I go to number 9 and they're like, oh, we don't have the dine-in option here. And I'm like, what the fuck, man? So, we're at 15 minutes. I am the voice of the voiceless. Tell me what you think. There's a lot of crazy shit going on in this world. And the last thing I'm going to say is, there's this lady, I've seen her. She's like a fortune teller. And this one's going to be good. So, I don't know if you notice on like social media now, there's like fortune tellers coming out talking about like the future and shit like that. So this lady came out, black lady, and I was listening to her, and I guess she's kind of like a female Nostradamus, if you know who that is. And she's predicted a couple things. She's predicted what's going on in California and all that right now. And I should have painted my roof blue instead of black. Maybe when the EMP hits, my RV will survive. But anyways, she predicts that there's going to be, before January ends, 2 more T attacks, terroristic. One on the West Coast and one on the East Coast. And she said, she didn't say what on the West Coast, but then she said, if I were you, I would stay away from Inauguration Day. Go figure. And what have I been talking about for the longest? Drone attacks in open air venues. Yeah, go figure. All I say is, I hope we make America great again, and I hope that that day is not a day in infamy that we go down in another 9/11. So, if I would DJ T, I would do that shit behind closed doors, put my hand on the Bible and say, fuck it, I'm the president. But some people like to be like out in the open and let everybody see them. So, if that was me, I would do all that shit behind closed doors, because you know what? I don't care how spiritual you are or not. You ain't fucking living through no drone attack. All right, peace. Time to go for that WALK, because that pooch is now beside me. And yeah, I'll update you on the audio. They decided to work with me finally and do some perks for my books, because I want to call them out. So, peace. I am the voice of the voiceless.